Coach Dan, take it off from there. Let's learn from you, sir. Go ahead.
All right. Good morning, community. Good morning. My name is Coach Dan, and I'm super excited to be given this privilege to be here this morning. I'm super duper excited. Dr. Afolabi, that was amazing introduction there. Thank you so very much, as always. Okay, good morning, community. Once again, I want to say it's an honor for me to be in the class today, to be taking us this very important topic that we have on since the beginning of the week. All right, and that is success is a choice. Success is a choice. And I want to say Dr. Afolabi have done immensely well. He has, he has demystified this topic so well that we really are just thinking, okay, so what do I have to say this morning? All right, because a whole lot has been said about it. However, I will still build up on what had been said. Okay, so for me, we have defined success here severally as the progressive realization of a worthy idea. Right, that's what we define success to be over time. It's a process, but understand this, in this process, there are things you just have to do consistently, consciously. And that is why I said that success is the result of continuous series of choices we make every day. So the accumulation of the choice you make every day is what either leads us to the success that we enjoy or the failure that we encounter. All right. So we all make choice, but guess what? In the end, our choice make us. Let me repeat that again. We all make choices, but in the end, our choices makes us. You are who you are today as a result of the choice you made. So it's important we understand this. That choice is something that we deliberately make. Deciding not to take a decision is a choice. Deciding to take a decision is a choice. And I put it this way. I said, one thing that is yours, that no one can control or take away from you are, number one, your attitude. And number two, the choices you make. So I'm saying this for you to understand how important it is for you to consciously choose to be successful in the things that you do. You know, you have to choose to be what? To be successful in the things that we do. All the choices you make have consequence. Even when you don't make a choice, it all still has its own, of course, it has its own consequence. The compound effect of those small choices every day is what leads to the massive success that we tend to see. So choosing to be successful, understand that success is a choice. If you choose not to be successful, sometimes people by default, right, choose not to be successful. They just wake up and they don't really know what to do. You know, by default, you just see yourself trying to get some things done and then you don't know the fundamental principle to follow, to leading you to where you want to go in life. Then you just see yourself wumbling and being everywhere and not achieving anything that is worth it. It's also a choice, even though the choice probably was made by default. Some of us make some choices based on bits or belief system. It is believed that no one can ever attain this. So we choose not to even try to attain it. We choose not to even try to attempt it, all right? So, but again, you must understand this morning we're limiting our choice making to success. So having known that success is a choice, having known that I'm the one to decide what the end of my activity will be like, what then do you need to do? Right, Dr. Afolabi have just intensely on it, like I said, he talks about preparation, he talks about discipline, he talks about a whole lot of things that we need to follow, the choices that we need to make if we must truly attain success in whatever we choose to do. So this morning, again, I'll just be building up on that by giving us what I call the pillars of success. Some pillars, the pillars of success. Number one, I want to say, just adding up to what we've heard, from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, is that you must choose to stay focused. Having known your goals, having set your goals, having understand where you're going, having draw your roadmap towards achieving those things that you want to achieve, having made up your mind to be disciplined towards achieving them. All of these is what Dr. Afolabi have dealt with. So the next thing you want to do, guys, is that you must choose to stay focused. Focus, like I've always said, is an acronym that said follow one course until you succeed. There will be 1,001 reasons for you to be distracted. Guys, staying focused is a choice. You must choose it because these are the elements that will help you to achieve the success you desire. So you must choose to be focused. Focus always precedes success. You don't want to be everywhere. You don't want to dump into so many things at the same time. All right? You must be able to have your priority. This is what I want to achieve. This is the roadmap towards which I want to attain this thing. You discipline yourself. It's okay, I'm going to be disciplined. Very importantly is for you to stay focused. What you do not focus on, you get distracted. What you focus on, expand. So guys, you must choose to stay focused. What I call laser focus on your goals. You must give your goal that laser focus. Put in everything it takes for you to achieve it. But of course, if you don't stay focused, you can easily be distracted. So that's the other thing you must choose to do. Focus requires the pursuit of a mission and vision. You understand where you're going. This is what I want to achieve. This is the success I want to get out of this particular project. It could be in your relationship. It could be in your career, whatever it is. You must choose to stay focused on it. Focus on that thing. Trust me, guys, when you give your focus on it, ideas comes. When you decide to stay focused, ways comes. I mean, you just see yourself navigating. Why? Because you have given it your focus. You've given it your thoughts. You say, look, guys, I want to stay focused on this thing, and I want to see to it that I achieve success at the end of it all. So you must be willing to stay focused, guys. Choose to stay focused. And that's why I put it. You must choose to stay focused on that particular joining, on that particular path, and on that particular project that you're on, just so that you can achieve success at the end of the day. Now, the other thing you want to do, the next pillar is choose to push the limit. Choose to push the limit. Guys, for you to attain success, you must be willing to get out of your comfort zone. You know, Steve Jobs said something very interesting. Your comfort zone is your broke zone. You must be willing to push the limit. Afolabi always say, putting in that extra is what makes you get the extraordinary result. Don't just do the ordinary. Every other person is doing it this way. How well can you put in a little bit more effort? It could be in your job. Maybe you're a salary and you're an employee. Everybody gets to work by 9, 10, 11. Can you get to work much earlier than they do and start up your job? You own a business. Why every other person gets to open their business around 10:30, 11 o'clock? Can you open your business much earlier? Are you willing to put in that extra? Are you willing to push the limit? Are you willing to go off? I mean, just don't constrain yourself to thinking inside the box. Think outside of the box. What else can I do? How much more effort can I put in? So guys, you must be willing to do what? Choose to push the limit. Don't settle for less. You're created for something bigger and greater. So you must be willing to push the limit, and it's a choice. Because in pushing the limit, it will require a lot more from you. I mean, I was reading an autobiography of one of our greatest legends in the boxing. You know, the guy said something very interesting. I think that was Muhammad Ali. He said, while my opponent is training, I'm training. While my opponent is resting, I'm training. While my opponent is sleeping, I'm training. So while others are relaxing, you're doing what? You're pushing the limit. Why? Because you understand that what you want to achieve, it's worth the while. It's worth your time. It's worth your effort. It's worth every bit of what you're putting into it. So guys, you must be willing to consciously choose to push the limit. Don't just limit yourself in a box. Don't say, oh, I can't do beyond this. This is what every other person is doing. Do put in the extra. If you must get the extraordinary result, you must be willing to put in the extra into the ordinary. It's your decision to do so. You must choose to do this. Why? Because that is where you can get outstanding success. All right, guys? So the next thing I want to say this morning very quickly is that you must choose to create new ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a fast-changing world. A whole lot of things are changing. Choose to create new ideas. Be open for a new method of doing things. Don't limit yourself to the analog way of doing it. Oh, this was how my forefather did it. My great-grandfather did it this way. My father did it this way. You must follow that same pattern. Guys, things have changed. If, for example, you're into sales, do you have a social media handle for whatever business you're doing? How often do you push out your business on there? I mean, if you whatever it is that you do, choose a new idea, a new method. It might require you having to learn some new skills. It might require you taking out time to understand social media marketing in relation to whatever you're doing. It might even require you, learning new course or learning new stuff. I was interacting with my friend, one of my very good friends. He's a Ghanaian. We were just talking some weeks ago, and he said something to me. He said, "Coach Dan, guess what? I now speak French friendly." And I'm like, "Wow, really?" He said, "Yes. He got a business opportunity last year, and the business wasn't doing well in Ghana. So he decided to move to Ivory Coast. On going to Ivory Coast, the language became a barrier. And guess what? He got a French teacher to teach because he has to push the limit. He has to understand that, look, for me to strive in this region, I must be able to speak the language. And guess what? He enrolled for a French class.
Okay, Coach Dan, are you there? Coach Dan, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, my network.
Okay.
So what am I saying? You must be willing to do what? Open up to new ideas of doing things. Be creative. Don't just limit yourself to the old pattern of doing things. You must be willing to learn new ways because we live in a changing world. Guys, a whole lot of things are changing and the change is so rapid, guys. It's like the speed of the light. So the solutions, what tends to be solutions 4 or 5 years ago, those things might be obsolete now, ladies and gentlemen. So in your quest for achieving success, you must understand what are the new ways of doing this thing. The Bible says something very clearly as regards this. It said the sons of Issachar were outstanding. Why? Because they had understanding of time. What is the best way of getting solutions today in regards to whatever your project or your ambition or what you would term as success is to you? You must be open to new ideas. You must be open to learning new things. You must be open to adopting these ideas and practicalizing them. I say this to people oftentimes. If you do not have an active social media handle, then you're doing yourself a disfavor. Somebody got employed by the Oyo State governor. Why? Because of his LinkedIn. The governor probably just stumbled on his LinkedIn account and saw his profile there and said that this guy is what I need. And he reached out to him. He got a job he never applied for. Why? Because his social media handle, his LinkedIn account, define what he has, define his credentials and credibilities. All of those things were put out there. So whatever business you're doing, I mean, if you're into direct sales, whatever it is that you're doing, if you require an active social media, please do it. Put your business out there for people to see. Learn new ideas. What are the ways I need to do things? You might even own a physical shop, but you should also own an online shop. The reason that an online shop is open 24/7, while a physical shop is restricted within the time jurisdiction to which your shop is open. So learn new ideas, adopt new technologies. Tends to do this thing, ladies and gentlemen, and this, of course, will drive you towards achieving the success you want to achieve. Now, the other point I want to say this morning is this, guys. You must choose to work hard. Guys, you must choose to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, you can't get the result. And that's the truth. So I always emphasize this. You must be willing to work hard. Say it whatever you want to say. You don't want to work smart, but you must be willing to put in the work. If you must get the result that you desire, then you must be willing to put in the work that is demanded for it. So guys, you must choose to work hard. You can't be a lazy bone and want to be successful. The world is too competitive out there. There's a lot of competition. The same thing you're aspiring for, so many other people are aspiring for the same thing. So you must be willing to put in the work. If you're not willing to put in the work, if you're not willing to wake up in the middle of the night and probably do some studies, if you're not willing to go out there and do some research, if you're not willing to go out there and do the needful, put it in the work. Now, Does it mean you must walk to the bone, go and carry blocks or cement? That isn't what I'm saying. You understand what success is to you. You understand what you're aspiring to get. So look at what you want to achieve. Look at the principles that I've been teaching you on all of this. How many of them are you willing to practice? I mean, talk about being focused. Being focused is hard work, ladies and gentlemen. It's hard work to stay focused because, of course, distraction will come. So many other things will look like it. Now, take, for example, if you're in the kind of industry that we are in, the direct sales industry, you're on a project. So many other flashy projects will come around that looks more flashy than what you're handling. But if you do not understand that, look, I need to stay focused and get results and build what I have in my hand, you will be distracted. So that work, hard work, is required. If you must achieve the success you want to achieve, if you have chosen to be successful in your field, if you have made that choice that, look, I want to be successful, you must understand. You must be disciplined. If you have thought on that, you must be prepared. You must stay focused. All right? You must be willing to do what? Push beyond the limit. I mean, all of this we've said. You must be open to new ideas. You must be a creative thinker. You must put in the hard work. And lastly, for this morning, guys, you must be persistent. You must choose to be persistent. It's not going to happen the first day you try. Success is not going to happen the second day you try. You must stay persistent at it. All right. I remember Robert Scrutler book. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. You don't want to be found among the quitters. You don't want to throw in the towel. Now understand this. Quitting is a choice. You don't want to choose to quit along the way. You've embarked on this trip to achieving the success you want to achieve. You want to stay persistent at it. Challenges are going to come, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody tells you it's going to be so easy. If it was going to be easy, everyone would have gotten it. So, but what makes the difference between the goal getter and the quitters is that ability to stay persistent at it. You must be willing to be persistent. Let me just encourage somebody this morning. It doesn't matter where you are at the moment, guys. Even if it seems you feel like giving up, even if it seems like, oh, I'm trying to get this thing done, but it's not adding up in whatever area, it could be in your career. Maybe you're trying to get an extra degree. You've attempted the exams once or twice or thrice, and the result is not favorable. Don't give up. Give you one more try. Give you one more push. You can do it. If someone else could do it, then you can do better. It could be in your relationship. It could be in your career, whatever field you find yourself. And it seems like you've not really gotten the success that you require. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to encourage you this morning. Don't give up. Keep at it. Keep praying. Keep pushing. Keep doing the needful. You are closer to your success than you have ever been. If you give up now, then you lose. But you don't want to be found among the losers. So I want to encourage you this morning, just give it one more try. Attempt it one more time. Give it one more shot. Give it one more push. And trust me, you will become successful at that particular thing. Thank you very much, Dr. Afolabi, for giving me the opportunity this morning. I want to say thank you. I wish I stick to my time. Thank you very much, Dr. Afolabi. And I put the ball back to you. Thank you.